What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's the big dog named Austin back at you again after the Super Bowl happened. Yeah, it happened. The Kansas City Chiefs, they are back-to-back champions. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. There you go. There's the congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning back-to-back Super Bowls. They said it. The target was on their back, and they got it done. What else? What else you want? You want to prove you're the best team in the league? Go win a Super Bowl again. Patrick Mahomes, third MVP. He's 28 years old. He has 3 Super Bowl champions, 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Was it two regular season MVPs? He's got 6 Pro Bowls, 6 All-Pro. I mean, like what I say, I last week, if he decided to retire on Monday, he could go to the Hall of Fame. Can this dude start playing baseball or something? Can we get him out of the league for a couple of years, let some other teams win, he can come back and win some more, I guess? No, I'm kidding. No, but seriously, he is incredible. On the ground, through the air, I mean, he had 333 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He did have 1 pick. But he had 9 carries, 66 yards, good enough to win him his 3rd MVP, his 3rd Super Bowl MVP. They couldn't quite get going early, being the Chiefs' offense. They had punt, fumble, punt before making a field goal with 4:03 in the second quarter. They couldn't get it going. The defense, the San Francisco 49ers defense, they got it going early. They got after Patrick Mahomes. I think, if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure Brock Purdy, he stayed pretty clean. They got after him. They got close. They got pressure, but he stayed pretty clean, if I'm not mistaken. But there was one point in the game where the Chiefs, they were driving and they had a fumble inside the red zone. Isaiah Pacheco fumbled the ball, and there was a little bit of a tense moment between Travis Kelce and Andy Reid, where Travis Kelce got in the face and kind of nudged him, kind of pushed him a little bit. Heated moment, man, but it's the Super Bowl. I'm not upset about that at all. A lot of people, they seem pretty upset about that. Like, oh man, if I would have done that, then I would have been gone off the team. Maybe, but you're not Travis Kelce, who's going for his 3rd Super Bowl, right? In the Super Bowl. If this would have happened in the regular season, probably would have had a different conversation. Maybe he would have gotten suspended or something. I don't know. But it happened in the Super Bowl, and I mean, had the Chiefs lost the game, then there's a little bit of a different tune to it. But they won, so it's just kind of looking like, okay, emotions run high, and they, are getting passionate, I guess, in the heat of the moment. But they both downplayed it afterwards. And, all is well. They're going to go on their Super Bowl parade, and everybody's going to forget about it. Brock Purdy, he played solid. 23 of 38, 285 yards, and 1 touchdown. He didn't lose them the game. Certainly did not lose them the game. Brock Purdy played pretty damn good ball game. Really did. You want to look at some mistakes all throughout the game for the 49ers. You can start the very first drive of the game where they were driving. The Niners were driving on their way to score at least a field goal, and boom, Christian McCaffrey fumbles. And the Chiefs didn't do anything with it, but it's just that thing, just one of those things in football where the momentum changes, field position changes, and boom. And it's a completely different ball game. And then we move on to the 3rd quarter. And this is where things got very interesting. The ball was punt, and it hit off of Darrell Luter Jr.'s foot. And Ray McCloud tried to recover it, couldn't get it. The Chiefs fell on it. They got it. One play later, they scored a touchdown, a 16-yard pass to Marquez Valdes-Scantling from Patrick Mahomes to take the Chiefs to their first lead of the game, 13-10. After falling behind 10 points again in a Super Bowl, they stormed back 13-10. The 49ers, they then responded with their own touchdown drive, but this is also where things get pretty important. Jake Moody missed the kick. Now, Jay Feely kind of explained it during the broadcast, said he kind of hit it like this, kind of hit it like that. I don't know. I'm not a kicker, and it was blocked. Hit it low, I guess. It was blocks, which made the game 16-13, which was absolutely game-changing stuff right there, because that's you alter your game plan at that point. The Chiefs went down the field. They scored a field goal for themselves. I think that field goal to tie that at 16 was the record breaker. Jake Moody had kicked the 55-yard field goal, which was the longest field goal in Super Bowl history. And then just a little while later, here come Harrison Butker to kick a 57-yard field goal to break that record. So he had two record-breaking kicks in the Super Bowl. So cool stuff there. They tied it at 16. The Niners went down the field. They got it 19-16 now. The Chiefs, they had a chance to, I guess, win there at the end of the game. They were driving. They were down 3. They had about 10 seconds left, and Patrick Mahomes throws it to the corner of the end zone. It was incomplete. They had 6 seconds left. I thought they could have tried at least one more time, but it's probably the smart thing to go ahead and kick the field goal to tie it, go ahead and go over overtime, which is what they did. Now, this is also where things get crazy. The Niners did not know the rules of overtime. Playoff overtime, because in the regular season and the playoffs, it's different. In the playoffs, each team gets a chance to possess the ball, regardless if the first team scores a touchdown. So this is kind of that Bills-Chiefs thing that happened. The Niners, they also elected to receive the ball, which, Kyle Shanahan, he's gotten a lot of heat over this. Some people think that maybe you should have kicked the ball, let the Chiefs go down, do what they do, and then you know what you need to do. But instead, the Niners got the ball first. They go down. They score a field goal. Also, should Kyle Shanahan have gone for it on 4th and 4 in that 10-yard area? Maybe not. He opted to go for a field goal to break the tie, 22-19. At this point, I'm looking on Twitter. I'm seeing a little bit of I'm feeling 22 jokes. I'm like, okay, if the Niners win, that's going to be the joke for months to come. But Patrick Mahomes did what Patrick Mahomes does. He is inevitable. He said, hey, all I got to do is go down the field and score a touchdown, and I'll win the Super Bowl. Sign me up. And he did what he does. He just went right down the field. They had that corn dog play with a little bit of ketchup and mustard on the side or whatever he said. It was a touchdown pass to McCole Hardman, and that won the game. Patrick Mahomes' his third MVP, like I said earlier, and the Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, which is crazy. We haven't had back-to-back Super Bowl champions since the 03 and 04 New England Patriots. We are in the middle of a dynasty. I said it last year. I'm going to say it again this year. We are in the middle of a dynasty. Now, I don't say this to be a hot take topic type thing, but you got to think the Chiefs were all talking about getting three. They weren't even talking about, oh yeah, we repeat. They're talking about getting that three-peat immediately after. Like, hey, let's celebrate this, but let's get back to work. What's the ultimate way that you can prove that you're the greatest team of all time? Going undefeated. I think that it's very, very, very hard to win in this league. Any team that's been a dominant team is very hard to win in this league, let alone to win 17 games in the regular season in a row and then 3 in the postseason to make it at 20-0. But I mean, you think about this. The Chiefs traded away Tyreek Hill, and they go and win 2 Super Bowls. They win 2 Super Bowls without Tyreek Hill, without arguably the best receiver in the league. Their defense with Spags is awesome, is amazing. These games against the Miami Dolphins, against the Bills, let me restart, against Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins, against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, against current MVP Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. The Chiefs held those teams to 15.3 points in those games. 3 of the best scoring offenses in the league, and the Chiefs defense holds them to 15.3 points per game. And then the Niners scored 22 points. And I thought Brock Purdy played solid. I really did. I thought he played great against the Chiefs defense. But the Chiefs defense definitely made plays. I got to imagine that they're only going to get better. Who doesn't want to play for this team? What free agent wouldn't take a pay cut or wouldn't, to come and play for this team to have a potential to win a championship with this team? I'm just saying. And they're going to build depth. They're going to build depth through the draft. They're going to have to pay a couple of players. Absolutely. But like I said, what player isn't going to want to take a pay cut to potentially win a championship? I mean, I know some players want to get that bag. Chris Jones probably want to get his bag, but you're coming off back-to-back champions. You're going to be in there next year. You're going to make the playoffs next year. I know things only get tougher from here because everybody's coming after you. Everybody wants to beat you. The Raiders are mad that you just won in their stadium, that you're celebrating in their city. They're pissed off. They want to win. The Broncos, they're trying to get what they can. The Chargers, I think I said this last year, though, but they got a different coach, and I actually believe in this coach. The Chargers, they're coming. They are coming. But the Chiefs are the Chiefs, and they're going to be there for a long time. And what I'm trying to get to is the wide receiver free agency market this year is wild. And if the Chiefs get one really good wide receiver, like one fantastic wide receiver, I think you could legitimately say undefeated. Now, I don't want them to go undefeated. I don't want them to win anymore. I don't. But I'm saying, like, that's the mentality that they've got to be like, you know what? We want to be the greatest team of all time. We want to be better than the 72 Dolphins. And if we do it, if we go undefeated in this season and win the Super Bowl, case closed. There's no other greatest team, right? So, but I'm not sure if you can, in today's game, go undefeated. It is extremely tough. Everybody in this league is extremely talented. Everybody can play at a top tier level. And anybody can, the ball can bounce one way or another. That's the way the game goes. But it always seems that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs always get it done, and the ball always bounces their way. But that's part of being great. That is. It always seems like that. But yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all we got. Football is over. We're done. No more football games until September. So 7 months of no football. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I appreciate you guys watching me throughout the entire season. And it has been an incredible season, capped off with an incredible Super Bowl. I thought it was one of the best Super Bowls that I had ever seen. It was that good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It had me standing up, which, there was a glare on the TV. I don't know. But it had me standing up. I was excited. Had me on the edge of my seat. Had me, ready to go. But football's over now. But that doesn't mean we're going to stop talking about it. That doesn't mean we're going to stop talking about the Indianapolis Colts and the moves they make. We've got the Combine coming up. We've got the draft coming up. We've got free agency coming up. We've got schedule release coming up. And then you get into the little bit of a summer months, and it's kind of a downtime. I'll still continue going into some Colts videos during that time. But unfortunately, football is over. But I'm going to do a deep dive into every team this season. Every team's season in 2023, I'm going to do a deep dive into it. I'm going to do one video per team, and I'm going to start with the Kansas City Chiefs because they are the top. They won the Super Bowl, and I'm going to work my way down all the way to the bottom. And the last team that I do a deep dive into of the breakdown of their season will be the Carolina Panthers. I'm sure you all can't wait for that one. That being said, please subscribe to my channel because I got a lot of great videos coming up. I'm only getting started. The season might be getting over, but I'm only getting started. So the big dogs got big plans. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, keeping up with what I got coming for you. Give me a like in this video, comment, tell me your favorite team, and I'll let you know when I get to them. And that's it. That's all I got. Appreciate you all watching, and as always, go Colts.